Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham News and Update show for Tuesday, January 16th. Yes, we are right back at it. We're working through another work week, and we got a lot to get to today. So get involved. Get involved in the chat. Like, share, subscribe. Helps the channel out, which is great. If you pass it around, obviously, and put some questions in the bottom. I'm always here to react, as you can see, and respond to them. So thank you all very much for that. We are on our way to 1,000 subs. And the more interaction we get with you, the better we will be to grow and do more things and get people on, like Sean Winter yesterday. If you haven't checked that out, go check out our conversation yesterday with Sean Winter. He came by for the News and Update show for after the weekend. Talked about Wimbledon game. Talk about the club. Talk about moving forward. Parkinson, a great guy. Really enjoyed our chat. Really easy to talk to, and you could tell his passion is infectious. So go check that out, watch that, and share it with your friends, share it with your grandmother, your dog, your cat, everybody. Apologies again. I want to put this back there. So as you can see over my head, I have the two not lamps. They're like they're two lamps back there. They're two hanging lamps. I don't know. My wife would probably say something else, but the two lamps on there, two lights. I apologize for the J.J. Abrams Star Trek Super 8 Michael Bay Transformers lens flare. I don't know what's happened. I will figure that out. I really apologize, but I will get to that and figure that out. Just started coming up like yesterday. I saw it yesterday during our interview with Sean, so I will address that as we in the next couple of days. So I really apologize. But let's get into the show. You're not here to talk about lights and about Transformers and J.J. Abrams movies. So on the thumbnail, you can see it says Rovers ante up for the cup, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Parkinson quotes about the cup, talk about some transfers and about him playing a waiting game, and also some injured players on the way back. So we're gonna dive right into it. But first of all, as you can see, Aaron Hayden is on that thumbnail. And why is Aaron Hayden on that thumbnail? Yeah, he hasn't played a bit, but it's his birthday today. He's 27 years old today. So happy birthday to Aaron Hayden. Love to see him back. And also, we're going to call him back because we're going to talk about him in coming back from injury list as well. So happy birthday to Aaron Hayden. Callum McFadden is also his birthday today too. He's also 30 years old. So happy birthday to him too. So yeah, that's the 27 years young, 30 years young, which is great. One other thing I saw in the rundown here I want to talk about is we got a little bit of a loan watch. So we're talking about Billy Waters' first game out and the other guys who are at the other two guys. They have games. Dan Davies and Owen Cushion, who are out Callan Bay. So talk about that too. But let's dive into a couple things first. Talk about this FA Cup clash. So initially, and this is on the website if you want to check it out. Matt Waters 02 is the reporter for Wrexham AFC. On their website here. So as when we first got this draw against Blackburn Rovers for the allocation, obviously it's an away game, we only got 4,000 tickets. So 4,000, but I think they seat 8,000, but the allocation has been updated to 7,000 at this point. So so on the website here, it says tickets for our Emirates FA Cup fourth round tie against Blackburn Rovers will go on sale to season ticket holders and club members from Thursday, January 18th. Okay, so that's the start of it. The previous fixtures probably 2 p.m. So everyone who wants to get tickets knows how to get tickets off the club website. Initially, we were allotted 4,000. We have been allocated the full away allocation of 7,000 tickets. So I think it's an 8,000 seat stanchion. 7,000 tickets for the match have been allocated at the Darwin, and there'll be no online queuing. Blah 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 blah. Those of you who are going to go to the match, go check that out on the website and go purchase your tickets if you can. $15 for adults. That's a good deal. That's a really good deal. So check that out. That's really good. They started ante up. They wanted to hold us back and make us work a little harder for it. As you can see, Sean was talking about it yesterday. He's like, why do we only have 4,000 tickets? What are we doing here? And then obviously, they were like, maybe it's like, can they fill the 4,000? And then maybe we got to the 4,000 and we can get to that next tier. So good for us. Good for them. We travel really well. We'll head up there and we'll go smash it. I feel like we can win. That's a very, very winnable match. So the Rovers ante up for the cup. So that's really good for us, and I'm excited to see how we're going to go and be vocal. And I want to win that, and I want to go through, and I want to get to the fifth round because we're going to also talk about advancing. We mentioned it a lot. Talk about moving forward. Yes, we're in League Two. We want to get to League One, challenge our challenge opposition that is in higher leagues than us, and see where we can be at. And going against Blackburn Rovers side, great club. We want to go and see how we do against them, and then see what's next. I want to get revenge on Sheffield United, not Sheffield FC, which is the other club we love in the lower leagues, but Sheffield United. Want to go and get after it with the Blades for last year. So we'll see about that. Moving on, before we get to the Loan Watch, we're going to talk about the Loan Watch and how things went. So I can't confirm this, and this sounds so silly. I don't have positive confirmation, but it looks like AO will be staying to the rest of the season. I think it looks like David Raya's a loan move for Arsenal, because obviously AO is on loan from Arsenal. His loan, David Raya, is going to be made permanent, which means that they're not going to re-sign AO, Arthur Okonkwo, our number one goalkeeper, Batman. So it looks like he's staying to the end of the season, and he's going to be out of contract. I don't have all that information for sure, but I have reached out to the gentleman at the Leader. I'm going to get his name right, Richard Williams, for him to come on. And we have a couple articles from him from the site The Leader. Richard Williams at Leader Rich. Great follow right there. I want to get confirmation on what the AO situation looks like. So looks like AO is staying. There was like some kind of time that passed, whether it be yesterday, for Arsenal to recall. Don't have all the information. It was mostly on X. So we'll see. But it looks like AO is going to stay. I was on his Twitch with him. He was playing, I don't know, FIFA or whatever he was playing. And I asked him, he said, I'm not going anywhere. So, he's not going anywhere. So take it for what it is. Looks like AO is going to be here for the rest of the season. So that's that. But let's get to the Loan Watch. This is also on the website too. Billy Waters, Dan Davies, and Owen Cushion all started their first games, going out on loan, two for Cowan Bay and the other one for Doncaster Rovers, which is Billy Waters. Spoke about Billy Waters with Sean yesterday about how he thought he was a good player. It just didn't fit. He had a work effort, which is great. Maybe it didn't work out. It didn't work out for him here. He's 29 years old, but it just didn't work out for him. But he went on loan. He started. He took the number 40 shirt. He came close to making a perfect debut. He had a header that was saved by Nick Townsend when they played on the weekend for Rovers. Then it was good for him to get out and play in it. And like Sean said, he gives all effort there. He gives all effort, and I want to see him do well. So he did well for them. He's playing against Newport County. Yeah, he played Newport County, who we're going to play this weekend, by the way. So that's our game of the weekend on Saturday. Doncaster Rovers. We're playing against Newport County, and he almost had a header go in. So good for him. Dan Davies also for Cowan Bay. Cowan Bay played and lost this weekend against Pontypridd. Yeah. Cushion and Dan Davies both started, earned their first starts for Cowan Bay, who were managed by the former Wrexham defender Steve Evans. The game against Pontypridd United, they were defeated in deep and added time for Cowan Bay, but they did start. So that's good. That's a good way for them to get out there and get some time on the pitch. So happy for them. So we're gonna keep an eye on some of those loan moves. Listen. I think that Davies and Cushion will come back to the club. Do not think Billy's going to come back to the club. I wish him well, but I want to keep an eye on some of these players that are going out on loan. Well, they can come into the first team maybe next year, or put them back on loan, out to sell, whatever they're going to do. But I want them to do well. So it's good to see them out there. But all three started. All three did well for their respective loan clubs. But let's get into the next thing here. This is about Parkinson. And this is from the Leader. This is from Richard Williams. Parkinson was talking about some signings. Yes, so we're in the January transfer window. Obviously, the loanies went out. We have some news coming on transfers, but nothing's the rumors are out there. But this comes from, like I said, the Leader. Only the best will do for Wrexham manager Phil Parkinson. What does that mean? Phil Parkinson is happy to play a waiting game. It means landing the targets top of his shopping list during the transfer window. So I think it's very important to understand that, like, yes, we have a lot of attention on us. We're going to get the right character, right players in there. That is really, sorry about that. That is really bad. Yeah, that looks like That looks like a J.J. Abrams movie. Sorry about that. I will get that fixed for the next time around. I promise. But going back to this, Parkinson is willing to wait and be patient. And I think that's what we talked about a couple of days ago about quiet confidence, quietly confident that we're going to get the players we want in. He goes on to say that. Eager to strengthen the squad in the quest for the second successive promotion, Parkinson is yet to complete any new signings this month, but the Reds boss has identified players he would like to recruit and admits it might take some time to bring in his first choices. So you look at other clubs, you get a target out there, you want your first choice, that's the player you want, and it has to do with character, dressing room, everything, especially with this club, what we're trying to do. You get your second or third choice, it might not work out, or you get nobody. So I respect this. I respect what's going on. It's a measured approach. It might not be the immediate impact and what we want immediately to we want this player right now because, we need an extra goal or whatever. The patience is what we're taking to play here. And I think, like I said, that measured approach what Parkinson has is great. Parkinson says, if you look at the Elliott Lee signing, it's a quote, a couple of summers ago, we tried to get Elliott early in the summer and it didn't quite happen, said Parkinson. The summer dragged on and we had a chance to sign another player in that position to take out the budget we wanted to spend on Elliott. We kept saying we want to give that opportunity to get the best one on our target list. And that one provided the same as George Evans, top end. We wanted to kind of a little game of poker. And we talked about this the other day. It's a competitive business when you're trying to sign players. So this is really interesting coming from Parkinson that they had Elliott Lee, they had Evans, they wanted to sign for the summer, but they knew they wanted these guys, and they could have passed on them and went to some other players, but he stuck to his guns and they were maintain patient to get who they want over the line. So that Parkinson definitely has his thumb on the scale for this is what we're going to do. We're going to hold off. Trust me, and I'll get you delivered. He did deliver. Look at Elliott Lee. Look at Gio, in my opinion, is fantastic. So let's wait and see on that. Like I said, it's the 16th, and we'll see how we're going to develop over the next few weeks. We have some time. Maybe some players will go out. We'll see how that works out. Another article here by Richard again. The leader is great. The leader is great. And like I said, if I can get him on, we can get him on and have him on as a regular. This is fun. And I want to do more news stuff as we move through the week so everyone can stay updated and have your news cycle be just 24 hours daily. So 3 injured Wrexham players closing in a return. Parkinson is looking to complete new signings during the transfer window, but he believes there is a lot more to come from players who have endured a frustrating season due to injury. Those three center backs, which we talked about. By the way, Cleworth, we mentioned him yesterday when we were talking to Sean. Cleworth has stepped up. He's so good on the ball and such a great defender, winning his headers. So with Egan, Connell, Hayden, and Tunnicliffe out. They've been sidelined for various reasons over there, or for injuries and stuff like that. But Cleworth has stepped up really well, and it's allowed him to get some time. But it looks like those guys are back in training. I saw them pictured a couple of days ago in training, so they're probably not fully fit to start matches, but we want to have that option, and we're going to talk about the fixture list that's coming up, especially with the FA Cup and the adjustment of the game. So having some of these players come back is going to be key to our promotion push and to the FA Cup run. And we are in an FA Cup run, don't get me mistaken. And yesterday, again, the passion that Sean showed about respecting the FA Cup, this is what's happening. Parkinson says, we've gotten Egan, Jordan, and Aaron and Ollie all back in training on the pitch. We've got players who I think there is more to come from. If there's a player out there we feel can improve us, of course, we'll make a move. We're always looking. There are a lot of inquiries, but equally, we've got some good players who are ready to make contributions from now until the end of the season. Obviously, he mentions about Stephen Fletcher, who is just rocketed coming back after his knee injury, has been blazing sharp. Happy to see him back. He bagged a hat trick, got a game, got a goal on the weekend off the corner from Macca. So, we're starting to build that squad back up. Probably at time, hit our perfect stride. And touch wood. I always say it, touch wood. We're going to continue to progress and move through the gears through the rest of the season. Also, on that note, this is totally sidebar. Men in Blazers had an interview. Had an interview with Ollie Palmer on YouTube. Go check it out. Men in Blazers. Raj does a great interview with Ollie. love to have Ollie on, legend. Go check that out on the Men in Blazers show YouTube page. I'm not sure what it is, but they do a Wrexham special in there too. So go check out Ollie. Speaking of injuries and coming back, great interview, great guy. Haven't met him obviously, but listening to his story is fantastic. So go check that out. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about the fixture list that's coming up. Obviously, we have the game this Saturday against Newport County. Is it Newport County? Yeah, that's right. Newport County. I'm sorry. I'm looking at Salford City here. Newport County. Game this Saturday, Newport County, January 20th. That's away at the Rodney Parade. Okay. Then we have the 27th, which is also a league game. So it's 2 league games. That's Crawley Town at home. So 20th, 27th, Crawley Town, Newport. And then we're away in the FA Cup on Monday. Monday, we're away at Ewood Park. That is on the 29th. And the 3rd is Salford City. That is away. We're going to be at the Peninsula. And then we're back home against Bradford City on February 10th. We're going to have to adjust some games. There's been 2 games that haven't been put back on the list yet. That is Forest Green Rovers. That is the Forest Green Rovers game. And what was the other one? Is it MK? No, I think MK is on there. MK is right there. February 20th. So the fixture up is gonna pile up a little bit. We have in the month of January so far, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in January. 6 games in January. Okay, 6 games in January, including 2 FA Cup games, and then right after that, we're right into February. Obviously, the 3rd against Salford. So the fixture list is going to pile up, and we need to have these players back. And if we're going to make some signings, like I said, we're going to be patient, but we'll see how that goes down. So excited to see how this is going to play out. I believe in this club, and I believe what we're going to do. But there's just so much more to come. And lastly, this is coming from Megan Half-Donaher. Megan Half-Donaher. She's a digital reporter. Totally sidebars, whatever. It's like fun stuff that I like to see going on. There's a mural, the Turf Pub, owned by Wayne, who love to see Wayne on the show again. Wayne, who owns the Turf. The Turf Pub to receive an impressive Wrexham AFC mural. This is really cool. I saw this the other day, and I really think it's really cool. What an incredible town and support that has there. So this goes on. Again, this is from Megan Half-Donaher. She's a digital reporter. A talented Wrexham artist has been asked to complete yet another fantastic mural situated outside the Turf Pub, located right outside the racecourse ground. Liam Stokes-Massey, known as the pencil craftsman, who is heavily praised for his Super Paul Mullen mural on the side of the Fat Boar building last summer. Now he's been tasked with another Wrexham AFC inspired illustration outside the Turf Pub next to the Stoke Carras Mold Road. Asked by the Turf landlord, Wayne Jones. Love Wayne. Wayne, if you're out there, I want to get you on the show. Asked by the Turf landlord, Wayne Jones, to do the project. Local artist said the design will remain a surprise until it has been completed. It should take about a week to do. I'm chuffed to be working with the brilliant Rob Steed once again for reference photos and to bring a bit of enthusiasm to these gates. Looking forward to it! Exclamation point. So Steed Photos, he's a photographer, local photographer. If you haven't seen his stuff as well, Steed Photos, a lot of the great captures some great shots for the game. So go check him out as well. But I want to put that stuff out there so everyone can get involved and see what's going on and wrap their arms around this club. So exciting stuff. All right, so it's Tuesday. Thursday, I might have Richard Williams on for an interview. We'll see. We'll do a news and update show with him. That might be Thursday. We'll do the preview show for the game for Newport County, and then Saturday morning we will be live for the watch along. The 10 to 7, 3 o'clock game for match day 27 for league stuff. So, okay, what else is going on? That's it for now. I'm gonna, I appreciate everyone coming in. Like, share, subscribe. Like I said, please share everything with your friends and your dog and your grandma and anyone else. We're growing on our way to 1,000. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun, and thank you everyone getting involved in the chat. Get on the Discord as well. And on that bombshell, I will see everyone soon.